Good evening, folks. Back again. Okay, we're just going to show one of the ways that we sort of train with a bit of intent, or pressure testing, as if you like will. Now, because I've gone on about it a lot, but it's obviously a simple one to see. We're back to Fiore's First Master Dagger again. Now, I've always said that when you do the stop, you have to hit something as well. If you can, if you can't, you can't. But the ideal is I'll stop and hit the head at the same time. And without that, I think it leaves the dagger wielder too free to do with like things. But obviously you've got to test that. So we pressure tested it. We've done this a lot in various ways. Now obviously we're not going to hit each other in the head. See, with masks on, the snap back will be far too much, too dangerous. So we put a bit of padding on and we're hitting each other here. So centre sort of chest, so we're still on that centre line, but it's in the main body mass. And all we're seeing is if a strike at the same time as the block does change the game, does make the idea work better, or maybe work as maybe Fiore intended, maybe it didn't. It's all interpretation in the end. But remember, we had the idea that like when the attack comes in, so the angle comes in, the picture actually shows obviously slight step to the left and the hand here. Now we said if you just do this block, you cannot be quick enough to stop them doing something else, doing the counter or whatever. It's just, you can't do it. So test it, okay? So we're going to do that block again. I'm going to do the normal block without the hit first. So do that. Step to the left, a bit further down, but that's okay. It's not ideal. There's different ways we can go with this. Stopped it. Okay, seems to work fine. We can do this. We can do the strip the dagger. Now, all I'm going to do, we're going to do the same thing again. I'm going to try and get the dagger lock on, and I'm going to try and counter it as fast as we can while still being safe. And again. And again. What we've found is that because he's free, as I put the block on, I've done nothing else. As I try and get this in, it's so easy for him just to flip it round as Fiore says. And because I've done nothing else, I'm actually helping him come round with what I'm actually doing, because I haven't stopped him. I've done nothing about him. I've stopped the dagger for a split second, but I've done nothing else. Now even if I do a 1-2, so we'll do the block then a hit, I'll put this on, because I'm going to go a bit of speed now, just in case it hits my head. So we'll just show you, I'm going to do the block, and then split as fast as I can, but make sure it's after the block. I'm going to do a hit. Now we're going to hit centre body mass here to see what that does, okay? So, and again, and again. It's still too, basically, if we take it back to, because the other source we study a lot, silver, once we're in this position, it's time of the hand. And because I'm doing block then hit, my hand will always be behind his. So no matter how fast I go, I can't stop the counter. Now, maybe 1 or 2 times out of 10, you might just grab the arm and you can sort of put something in, and obviously then you're into heads and hands and so on. But I've still allowed him time to do something else. Now what if, okay, I block it, and I don't do anything, but he's still got the other hand free. So. Okay. It becomes a 50-50 and that dagger is still in butterfly play. It's dangerous. So our idea was, as we do the move, we're also going for the head. And now we think that's why the Fiore hand is here. I just saw taking them out and taking to the ground and stripping the dagger and so on. But we're not doing block then hit, we're doing block and hit. Now I'm not going to go for his head, but I'm going to go for the centre chest here. I'm going to put a bit of effort in, a bit of force. So we'll do that, and the angle's not going to do anything yet, just to show you what we actually like to mean. So it comes in. Okay, so I'm hitting here. Again. Okay, again. Okay, now that's what we're trying to do. Now, I'm going to try and do the counter, and I'm going to hit it as I put the block in. And again. Now it's not worked perfectly, but I've still got control. I've hit the head, actually hit the head. So obviously what we can then do is something like this one. Alright, or I can just keep hitting this head, I can control that as a... There's lots of things I can do. What I mean, all those masters is I've created space for me to do something. And again. And remember, this slap, this hit would have been there. As you always say, don't take our word for it, please try it safely, put the armour on, build up to it. But what we've found is, with that strike at the same time, 99% of the time, the other person either can't do anything or can't do anything fast enough. I can carry on. Without that, they are free to do pretty much whatever they like, and at best it becomes a 50-50, and that's if I'm lucky. But that's what we've found. But you've got to put the pressure, you've got to put the intent in, you've got to put the speed in. Give it a go yourselves, tell me what you think.